Imagine trying to solve a problem without truly understanding the person facing it. Most solutions fail, not because they are bad, but they are built for the right indeed in which they cause the main issue. That's where our concept Paloma, a design thinking approach, comes in. The word Paloma means dove, representing clarity, peace, direction, qualities essential for solving critical complexes such as in today's world where humans are very essential and human centered, where they are dependent on the artificial intelligence. Whereas this project, where it uses design thinking in a most powerful way, approach that directly us to do directly that, which it focuses on the empathy, creativity, and continuous improvement. Today, how Paloma uses this approach to transform problems into a meaningful solution, in which we create experience that truly makes a difference. By focusing on users, we just don't build by solutions. Through Paloma, we show the solving complexes, which can be not learned by learning, improving, and evolving. Design thinking is almost getting the right in the first time, in which they cause the more takeaways, which is effective, user friendly, and meaningful, which can although be rectified in the early stages where it is improved and easier to use, which is critical questions such as is this easy to use, or whereas it can be used in the various platforms, to which it can indeed be concluded that through this it can be a solving complex problems requires more than logic. It can empathize, creativize, and illustration. By focusing on users, we just don't build its solutions, we just create the experience, which is therefore it's based on the work, on the feedback, we refine the solutions. Sometimes we even go back to the early stages. This is what makes design thinking interactive. To conclude, which is throughout the user-centered a way of solving the problems by following the design thinking approach, which can create solutions that are only innovative, also meaning and impactful. For example, for the student app problems, ideas such as distracting, free mode, AI-based study reminders, gamified learning features, a paper sketch, a wireframe, a basic app demo, a prototype.
Afternoon to all, I'm Yashwant from second year MCT. Today we can talk about prototype to user. Here we can refine the solution. Sometimes we even go back to earlier stage. This is what makes design thinking interactive. To conclude, Paloma represents a thoughtful, user-centered way of solving problems. By following the design thinking approach, we can create solutions that are not only innovative but also meaning and impactful. A distraction-free mode, AI-based study reminders, Gemini learning features. After selecting the best ideas, we moving to prototype. A prototype is a simple, low-cost version of the solution. It could be a paper sketch, a wireframe, a basic app demo. The goal is not perfection but quick experimentation. Prototype allow us to visualize and test ideas before investing too much time or resources. Now let's see how test completing the process. The
Here we try to understand the user's feeling, challenges and needs. This can be done through the interviews, observation or surveys. Instead of assuming, we listen and learn. Once we gather insights, we move the define stage. In this stage, we clearly define the core problem. For example, instead of saying people need a better product, we define it as users struggle become a current solutions are not easy to use. We well define a problem is half the solutions. This clarity helps us move to the next stage generating ideas. Based on feedback, we refine solutions. Sometimes we even go back to earlier stage. This is what makes design thinking a interactive. These steps help us answer critical solutions. The solution easy to use. Does it actually solve the problem? What can be improved? Based on feedback, we refine the solution and sometimes even resist the earlier stage. This continuous loop ensures that the final product is effective, user friendly, and meaningful. Thank you.
Stages in design thinking: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. These stages are not strictly linear, they are flexible and intuitive. What makes design thinking powerful is that it encourages creativity, collaboration, experimentation. It allows teams to explore multiple ideas, fail quickly, and improve continuously. Now let's begin with first stage empathy.